Welcome, this is Ezekiel with pianolessons.com. Today I want to focus on how to form 7th chords, major 7, minor 7, diminished 7, and if possible I will do an augmented 7 chords. So hope this video helps you to advance your piano skills. If you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and even share so that it can reach as many people as possible. So today I'm doing this tutorial in the key of E major, and the scale of E major is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the first chord is E major, second chord is F sharp minor, third chord is G sharp minor, fourth chord is A major, fifth chord is B major, sixth chord is C sharp minor, and seventh chord is E flat diminished. E flat diminished. Actually, it's supposed to be E flat diminished. It's supposed to be this. E flat diminished. And therefore let's do what this video intends to do. So this E major 7, basic E major 7. For me to form an E major 7 chord is to add a 7th of E, and the 7th of E is E flat. 7, 8. So I have this. So that is an that's E major 7 chord. Even here the sound is very dissonant. This is basic. This is major 7 chord. But I want you to be very careful. In the right hand, this chord I'm holding without the bass is actually a G sharp minor, which happens to be the third chord on the scale of E, G sharp minor. So this is to forming a major 7 chord in any key you are in, is to have the third on the right hand and the bass to be the first chord. So it is 3 over 1. 3 over 1 will give you the first major 7 of any key you are in. This concept is applicable in any key. Third over 1. The second chord on the scale of E is F sharp minor. For me to find an F sharp minor 7, typically I have to find the flat 7 of F sharp, and the 7 of F sharp is F, the flat 7 is E. 7 flat 7, and therefore G sharp minor 7 will be this. I've just added the flat 7 on F sharp minor. So this is an F sharp minor 7. But because this F sharp is repeated on the bass, I can have it like this. And then this is a 4 on the scale of G, A major. Therefore, the easiest way of forming a 2 minor 7 chord in any key you are in is simply to have a 4 on the right hand over the second. So 4 over 2. That will give you a second minor 7 in any key you are in. 4 over 2. So that is an F sharp minor 7. Let's go to the third chord. That chord is G sharp minor. For me to find a G sharp minor 7 is to add the flat 7 of G sharp, and the 7th of G sharp is G. The 7th of G sharp is G. Then the flat 7 of that will be this, and therefore G sharp minor 7 will be something like this. But this G sharp is already taken care of by the bass, so I can have it like that, which happens to be B, which is a 5 over 3. So this is way of forming a 3 minor 7 chord in any key you are in, is to have a 5 on the right hand over over 3 on the left hand or on the bass. So 5 over 3 will give you a 3 minor 7 in any key you are in. 5 over 3. So this is a G sharp minor 7 chord. Let's go to the fourth chord is A. For me to find the A major 7 is to add the 7 of A, and the 7 of A on the scale of A, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So the 7 is a G sharp, and therefore A major 7 will be this. major 7 chord. This is A major, add the 7, A major 7. But if you are very careful, this chord I'm holding here, can easily be formed using this trick that I'm showing you. This chord is C sharp minor. C sharp minor. So that is A major 7. But this chord is C sharp, which happens to be the third on the scale of E. Therefore, this is forming a 4 major 7 chord. It's simply to have 3 on the right hand over 4 on the left hand. So 3 over 4 will give you the 4 major 7 chord in any key you are in. 3 over 4. This is a C sharp minor, which happens to be the 3 on the scale of E. Therefore 3 over A, which is 4, will give you a 4 major 7 in any chord you are in. The fifth chord is a B. The fifth chord is a B major, and therefore for you to find, okay, let me say this: the fifth chord, in terms of extended chords, the fifth chord in any key is always a dominant 7. It's a dominant 7 to keep the triadic sounding of the chords. We always make the fifth to be a dominant 7, not a major 7, not a 7. It's a dominant 7. It's a dominant 7, and therefore this is B major, but I want to form a dominant 7 chord of this. I add the flat 7th of B. The flat 7th of B, on the scale of B, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, and therefore this is the 7. The flat 7 of that will be A. So B dominant 7 will be this. Yeah, B dominant 7 will be that. And in, like I said, in order to keep the triadic sounding of the chords, we always make our 5 to be a dominant 7, so that we can keep the triadic or the triadic sounding of the chords to be in that key. Because remember, the flat 7 is still part of the E major scale. But if I do a B major 7, this one will be outside the scale of E. So for us to keep that sounding, that nature, or the triadic nature of the chords, I have my fifth in any key as a dominant 7 chord. It's either dominant 7, dominant 9, dominant 11, or dominant 13, and some other alterations done on it to bring the favorite out of it. So that's a B dominant 7 chord. I've just added the flat 7 of B to get that. So the fifth chord, the sixth chord on the scale of E major is a C sharp minor. But for me to find a C sharp minor 7, I need to find the flat 7 of C sharp, and the 7 of C sharp is this. On the scale of C sharp, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So this is a 7, and the flat 7 is a B. And therefore, for me to find a C sharp minor 7, I'll have something like this. Yeah, that. C sharp minor, add the flat 7 of C sharp. Yeah. But ideally, this C sharp minor that I'm holding here, if you are very careful, this chord is E major. This chord here is E major, because this C has been taken care of by the bass. So this chord here is E major, and therefore the easiest way of holding or forming a 6 minor 7 chord is simply the first chord over the 6. So 1 over 6 will give you a minor 6 chord in any key you are in. 1 over 6 will give you a minor 6. So this one is a C sharp minor 6 chord. 1 over 6 will give you a minor 6 chord, like that. Then the 7th chord in the scale of E major is an E diminished chord, and for you know that diminished chord is formed by 1, 1, flat 3rd, and flat 5th. So that is an E flat diminished chord. But I want to form a 7th. I want to have an E flat diminished 7th chord. So you find the flat 7 of E, the flat 7 of E flat major, and on the scale of E flat or D sharp, actually E flat is also called D sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the 7. So that I have something like this. That is E flat diminished 7. Yeah. Then we are back to our first key, is E major. E major. Yeah. E major. That is it. Then augmented chord, E augmented chord. So an augmented chord is formed by, okay, this E major. An augmented chord is formed by taking a flat 5, of that key. Not as a sharp 5, sorry, you take a sharp 5 of the key that you are in. So I have this. So this is an E augmented chord. So 1, 3, sharp 5. It's an augmented chord. Then an augmented 7 chord, you find this, the flat 7 of E. The 7 of E is this, the flat 7 will be this, so that that one will give you E augmented 7 chords. Yeah. It's another inversion you can. Yeah, it's a very good chord when you're moving from 1 to a 5 to a 4. Actually, it's mostly used as a passing chord to a 4. So you are, so from 1 to 4. The augmented chord is mostly used as a passing chord of from 1 to